Well, we just woke up this morning and this beautiful little truck stop here. They happen to put a Walmart beside it, so that's always nice, especially when you forget your coffee cup at the tire shop, so you gotta go buy a new one. Yeah, I don't know who does that, but here's these tires. Nice, ooh, brand new. And yeah, it definitely, you can definitely feel the difference. You hear that? That sucker is pumping out. So that little guy, it's got a pump on it and of course a heater. And this is all the heater hose that's running up into my truck. Up into here. These are all warm. And what it does is it heats the coolant, pumps it through the coolant system in the block, heats up the block so that it's easier to start. And then I put these valves on it, so in the summertime I can turn those valves, and then just in case a line down here gets a hole in it and starts leaking coolant, I won't lose the whole kit and caboodle of coolant, if you know what I mean. Just doing the checks, last little bit of checks. The engine's still in there, so that's good. It's always a bad day when you pop the hood and the engine's missing. I just redoing the oil here and needed some. We're due for an oil change. See, I do my fuel filter every time and it's right at the top. It's right at the top, so it's time. This has 2 fuel filters on it, this truck. The world's longest dipstick as well. Come on, baby. There's got to be an end to this somewhere. What? Huh. You can't see that. I'm gonna clean that off. Hold on. I just added some and got her only about halfway. It's tough to tell. It's still super clean. We're at the halfway point. But it's not, the new oil's not mixing with the old stuff because it should be black. So we'll check it tomorrow once we get her all mixed up. There was enough in there, I just wanted to get her up to half. We're gonna get a oil and fuel filters, another fuel filter there. And it's got 1 oil filter. And then this sucker. Alright, let's go get a coffee cup and get out of here. No, I'm not going to Fruitcake. Cake? Somebody say cake? Oh, that was me. Never mind. So doing my regular route. Gonna head up to Casper. Little change of plans. Want to see something cool? How about that? Is that not cool or what? Some stuff you learn by accident. Don't read the instructions. I got this new phone, you know where the instruction book is? Me neither. I got no idea where I put it. So I'm in Liberal, Kansas. I'm gonna do one thing that I hardly ever, never, ever do. When I'm out trucking down the road. This only happens if I'm shut down for a day or two. Then I'll go treat myself. But today, seeing how it's a camel's favorite day, hump day, I'm gonna treat myself to somebody else cooking me something to eat. I'm gonna go into the world's loneliest IHOP. It's just over there on the left. You see where the red car is? And there is exactly, that's probably the cook there. And there is exactly 3 cars in the parking lot. But I park here all the time. If I'm coming through and I'm getting close to hours, this is where I park on this little road. So I am gonna go and treat myself to breakfast. Right now, local time, it's 2 in the afternoon. But one little thing about me, doesn't matter what time it is, I'm gonna have breakfast. I like breakfast. I'll have it in the morning, afternoon, I'll have it at night. Breakfast, cake, and rusty pipe. That's me in a nutshell. I'll go anywhere for rusty pipe, I'll go anywhere for cake, and I'll go anywhere for breakfast. Alright, let's go have some breakfast that somebody else is gonna cook for me. Sounds good. Big menus. Time to get on the next plane out of here. Well, I'm a trendsetter. Now there's 5 cars in the parking lot. Everybody was following old tank. Back to work. Welcome to Guernsey, Wyoming. Look at all them coal cars on the right. The old coal train. They call that Tesla fuel. Always go slow through these little towns. I got a ticket in Fort Laramie, which is on this same road. So Guernsey, population 1,147 people live here. Anyway, Fort Laramie, you come around the corner as you're leaving town and you can see the sign. So kind of where this next, not this yellow sign, the next yellow sign there, not this next yellow sign, but the next yellow sign. No, not that yellow sign, but the next yellow sign. So way down there, you can see that yellow sign, that's where the cop was, and that's the 50-mile-an-hour zone. So I started speeding up here, but when I was here it was 35 and it goes to 50. He said, well, I had you clocked at 45 and a 35. I said, is that what they call a speed trap? When you stand right beside the sign? He didn't answer me. Well, as we're carrying on here, nice big beautiful mountains will show up in the background there. Hopefully you can sky is blue and the wind isn't howling. So, you know, I was going through and trying to figure out how I thought those steering tires didn't last very long. I really only got about just over 9 months out of them. But then you go and look at your miles. So I got the miles checked by the girls in the office, because, you know, if you watch past videos, I use that Google timeline and it follows me everywhere I go, and it tells me how many miles I did all of last year, right? Everywhere I had the phone on me. And it was like 135,712 miles, or 218,408 kilometers total, driving, walking, crawling, rolling, somersaulting, maybe even backing up. I don't know. Anyway, so I talked to the girls and they said, okay, well, here's what you did in this truck last year. So this truck I did 134,029 miles last year, which works out to 214,446 kilometers. So that means over the course of the year, I did 1,683 miles of personal stuff. Cartwheels, somersaults, walking, tripping, falling, trips to the bathroom with the phone. Everybody reads their phone, don't they, when you go to the reading room? So that's kind of neat. So over the course of the year, and also did some driving and stuff, so then that works out to, you know, if I broke it down just kind of on an average per month, that works out to 11,169 miles per month that I drove in this truck. So, what do we got here? Slow down, speed up, slow down. I can't read it. Sorry. I got terrible eyes. Stay lost, slow down, move over, slow down. Okay? Is that good? I think that was good. Anyway, I have trouble sometimes reading those signs. I can read them at night. I have trouble during the day because it's so bright. So I broke it down per month, so 134,029 miles for the year, broken down per month is 11,169 miles, or over the course of averaged every month, and of course every month I did more, some months I did less, whatever, but on average, 17,870 kilometers per month of driving this truck. So then you break that down and average that over 9 months to find out my steering tires, right? So over 9 months, I've put on 100,520 miles on these steer tires, or 160,834 kilometers. So I think that's okay, you know? 100,000 miles on a set of steer tires that are going from lots of highway, lots of turning, lots of burning, lots of bumps, lots of knocking them out of balance, lots of craters, lots of approaches, bridge approaches, lots of train tracks, and a lot of temperature moving, you know? Like we'll be down here, what is it now? It's going to be 50s here today, I think. And then we'll go to Canada and it'll be in the 20s or whatever, right? So a lot of fluctuations. So I'm okay with that. I'd rather not buy a set of steer tires every year, but for the amount of abuse and work that I make this poor little machine go through and do, that's okay. That's all right. Especially the front end, because it lots of more abuse than the back end for sure. We're just turning onto I-15 here, going north. They don't give you much of a merge lane. Okay, now we're on the highway. And yeah, heading north. So that's kind of interesting. Anybody that really gives a crap, but if you kind of wrap your head around those numbers, you know, check them with your numbers, see what you get for tires. I think when I was running around just Alberta with one of my Peterbilts, pulling a Super Bee, and I had a ringer on it. I had a really good driver on it. I think we went 2 years, so 2 years without replacing them. But also the Peterbilt 389, the wheels are out front more. They don't carry as much weight on them. Not as much strain as this Freightliner, where the wheels are more underneath a little bit. And 2 years, but only about 220,000 kilometers, so it's all relative. We're putting on the miles here, so we're having to replace them sooner, or you don't put on the miles and you replace them later. I guess it's 6 of one, half does the other. Pick your poison. Blah 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 blah. Well, we made it to windy Wyoming. Unloaded, see there's our white boxes. We gotta throw those back on here. Oh yeah, I'm over there. Took them off the back. I took the Fruita stuff off because this stuff came up, and you know what? It's one of my three favorite things. Three favorite things. Rusty pipe. So we'll load those up tomorrow, hang out here for the day, try and get some hours back, and then take off. Head north tomorrow, deliver everything over the weekend, hopefully, and Monday. Hey, did I tell you about the time I saw a UFO here? Last summer. That's for the next video. Bye for now.